If joy and excitement and celebration brings you to the high state of awareness, life gives you that. But only suffering and torture brings you to that high state of awareness, life gives you that. नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanidars, devotees, disciples, samajis, everyone sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Sadhana TV, Lotus TV, Janashri TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha, many cities, many countries around the world, cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, Charlotte, Srisailam, Toronto, Kailasam, Singapore, Singapuram, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Kuala Lumpur, Parani, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Houston, Kalahasti, Ohio, Prayag, Nityananda Nagaram, Hyderabad, Seattle, Chidambaram, San Jose, Madurai, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Thiruvanmiyur, Chennai, Bangalore Center, Ohio, Ma Shivananda, Devon, UK, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Jorpati, Nepal, Camas, Hong Kong, Kulin, Tiruttani, High Point, North Carolina, London, Kashi, Port Washington, New York, Uttarahalli, Bangalore, Oman, Sivagangai, Winston, Salem, Paris, Home Temple, Adi Nityananda Dhyanabedam, Avattipalayam, Auckland, California. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, the anniversary of Mahamandaleshwar Pattabhishekam. Mahamandaleshwar Pattabhishekam of Mahanirvani Peeta. Paramahamsa Nityananda coronated as a Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Peeta today, 1 year over. So that is why today Rajarajeshwari Devi is gracing in Swarna Pallaki, Swarna Shibika, and the same Pallaki on which we had a procession after the Pattabhishekam coronation. Today Devi is gracing as the 7th day of the Brahmotsavam.
सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। ओम श्री ललिता महात्रिपुरसुंदरी पराभट्टारिकायै नमः। महामंगल नीराजन ज्योतिः।
within a year so much has happened. I can't imagine only 1 year before we become Mahamandaleshwar. The Pattabhisheka has happened. Today's subject. Today I will expand on practicing liberated thinking continuously. Today morning, just when I came down from the room to the Garbha Mandir for Pada Puja, something happened. I wanted to expand on that. When I came down, I saw a few of my sannyasis standing. Maybe they know that Swamiji anyhow is going to come down in few minutes, let's see him and walk, or just they were casually standing, or they were coming, I don't know. I saw them and smiling at them, I made a statement. See, only our organization can cope up with these constant festivals. Every day is Utsava. See, in normal life, in the regular people's life, maybe once in a year, 4 or 5 days they will wake up like this early morning and get ready, go to temple or do some puja. Here every day is Utsava. Every day festival, something or other is going on. So I was telling our Swamis, standing and joking, because we had few minutes extra, I was standing there and joking. Usually when I come down, I'll say hi, bye to all the Swamis who are standing there, and this Bhairav will always stand there waiting to receive the blessings. And I looked around and told, only our organization can handle this everyday Utsava. Immediately one Swami, one Maha Swami, she replied, only we can handle every day these problems also, some or other problems. She made a statement, either self-inflicted or inflicted by others, some problems every day. Immediately I looked into her. I said, no, wrong cognition. Listen, if you don't practice liberated thinking, you will have the wrong cognition. The problem of the wrong cognition is, when you cognize the problem so much, if the cosmos wants to get your attention, if it wants to wake you up, it will only torture you and wake you up. Understand? What you cognize to become more alive, that will be supplied to you more and more and more. If the celebrations and joy makes you more alive, more excited, more joyful, that will be supplied to you again and again. Because ultimately cosmos wants you to be in your peak. But if only problems and sufferings makes you to come to peak, only that stands in your memory, that only sticks out in your memory and cognition, then cosmos will go on supplying that to you. Understand? Listen, cognize this. I told her, no, wrong cognition. See the amount of work we are doing, contribution we are doing, good things happening. When you look at that, but this cognition, please listen, I am not saying accept all the problems, but all I am trying to tell you is don't resist. When you resist, the problem gets recorded as big in you and you will see forever. To wake you up, life will go on be torturing you. It is not that life wants to torture you, but that is the only way you wake up. You come to awareness. Understand, the purpose of your individual soul is to be in the high state of awareness. If joy and excitement and celebration brings you to the high state of awareness, life gives you that. But only suffering and torture brings you to that high state of awareness, life gives you that. Life gives you, what do you want? Life gives you, what do you want? Life's purpose is to make you high aware. And life can't keep quiet because you created it. Life has no stay order. You can't get a stay order for life. And the more you cognize problems, means only problems brings you to your peak. Then naturally, to keep you in the peak, cosmos goes on supplying problems. I have seen in my life, when I cause somebody's reality, I am in my peak. When I just sit in samadhi, I am in my peak. I saw cosmos brings these two constantly for me. Whole day I am in samadhi. Whole day I go on causing people's reality. Understand, whatever brings you to your peak, life will cause that to you. So don't allow your cognition to carry so much of vengeance towards you and others. It is vengeance and anger goes on cognizing life as self-inflicted or outside war. And you are so angry, violent, you don't even want somebody to pinpoint your violence. You don't even want somebody to pinpoint, remind your violence and anger. You don't even want somebody to raise you. Understand, life is too big than any perceived problems. Any perceived problems also, listen, any perceived problem also becomes too big by the addition of your resistance. I am not saying accept the problem. I am just saying don't resist. This is the way it is. Let us handle. I have always seen the violent people getting overwhelmed. Violence is nothing but a deep resistance towards you and the life. Violence is nothing but a deep resistance towards you and the life. Don't cognize life as violence, complete. Don't cognize life as problems, complete. Complete with that. Listen. What brings you to the high awareness? Cosmos repeats that in your life. Complete, complete, complete. Let meditation, samadhi, completion, let that bring you to the maximum peak awareness and make you alive and peak possibility of you. Let the moments of completion bring you to your peak. Let the moments of completion bring your words to the peak, thinking to the peak, action to the peak, feeling to the peak, living to the peak. If only problems are bringing your words to the peak, thinking to the peak, feeling to the peak, living to the peak, be very clear. Life is going to constantly give you problems because you are planning for that. You are excited only with that. You are alive only with that. Getting excited with completion, getting excited with bliss, being in your peak of thinking, feeling, living, and words from the space of completion is liberated thinking. Practice this constantly. Only then you are a sannyasi. Only then you are my disciple. My disciple. Only then you are a human being. Only then you are worthy of alive. Understand what makes you excited. Life gives you tatastu for it. I am in my peak when I am in samadhi and casting somebody's reality. And life goes on bringing that to me. Life goes on bringing that to me, showering that to me. Everything else I complete it. Understand, learn this one simple process, one simple thinking. This one simple thinking will become liberated thinking in you. Liberated thinking in you. Understand, only a person who has a liberated thinking can really do anything useful in the life. Whether it is serving himself or serving the Sangha. Protecting themselves or protecting the Sangha. Very important moment of your life is having patience when Master points your wound to you, your pus to you. Having the patience to complete it. When he points your violence to you, you become more violent about it. When he points your incompletions to you, you become more incomplete about it. When he points your incompletions, complete. When he points your violence, complete. Constantly practicing liberated thinking, even in your casual moments, the liberated thinking should be running underline. The moment you listen to this truth, don't start the conversation in you, I am not able to do, what can I do, how can I do, I don't believe in all this. These are all words. See, one word can destroy all your spiritual practice. That word is, these are all mere words. If you allow that one word, you can brush all the process Guru does on you aside. I have seen that is the one word through which Rahu enters in you and occupies you. That is the Rahu's master key to open you. I have seen few Swamis, when they are about to get destroyed, they will use this word. These are all mere words. Understand. Because all your problems started as mere words, solution also comes as a mere word. I am not saying accept all the problems happening around. I am just saying don't resist. Then your cognition will not be built on problems. When your cognition is built on problems, cosmos will go on supplying problems to you. Because the purpose of cosmos is to keep you in high awareness. See, for example, if you are a dog, the trainer wants to make you jump as high as possible. He will check whether biscuit makes you jump as high as possible, or a bone makes you jump as high as possible, or a ball makes you jump as high as possible. He will use that to make you jump as high as possible. So whether completion makes you jump as high as possible, or causing others' reality makes you jump as high as possible, what makes you jump as high as possible is your decision, your cognition. If only problems and sufferings, complications, controversies, conflicts makes you jump as high as possible, complete with it now. Complete with it now. Let completion, joy, causing others reality, let all this make you jump as high as possible. Let this make you excited as high as possible. Let this causing others reality and completion galvanize all your energies inside you. I tell you, just this one process of rose plant, making the rose plants shed the thorns, my kids will be out of self-torturing violence. From the young age, you develop a pattern for you to come to the peak, high excitement and joy. Either somebody has to torture you or you have to torture yourself. Either you have to inflict some problem to you or somebody else has to inflict some problems to you. Or at least you have to perceive imaginarily some problem. Only then you can be in your peak. The best words will come out of you, the best thinking will come out of you, best feelings will come out of you, the peak living will happen in you. When you start building this pattern, you are planning for a life with full of problems. Like how Kunti, only in suffering, she reaches the peak of Krishna Bhakti. That is why her whole life was suffering. Or at least she perceives her whole life as suffering. I tell you, the worst part of violence is if somebody points that, it will flare up. Because by flaring up, it diverts your attention. It does not let you complete with it. It does not let you complete with it. Understand, today all of you look in, take this as a homework, find out, are you practicing liberated thinking or not? Please listen, if only the problems causes you the peak feeling of alive, then you are in the bound thinking. You are only planning for more and more problems, confusions, sufferings. If completion makes you feel high, if completion gives you the kick, that feeling excited, joy, the causing others reality, that gives you the kick of life. The beautiful words, thoughts, feelings, living, if the completion and causing others reality becomes the best moments of your life, understand, you are in the liberated thinking. Because you are planning for that to be again and again happening in your life. Whatever excites you, you will be attracting that in your life. Whatever excites you, you will be attracting that in your life. Whatever excites you, you will be attracting that in your life is a basic law of life. Wherever you are, basic laws are basic laws. Good news is your cognition can be changed towards liberated thinking. Bad news is you don't believe that it is so easy. Good news is, fact of matter, as a fact your cognition can be changed very easily. Bad news is, as a perception you perceive this as very difficult. You perceive this as very difficult. I tell you, tiredness always comes by the perceived problems, not by the real problems. Boredom always comes by the perceived problems, not by the real problems. Real problems brings you strength and intelligence. It is the perceived problems, the time, amount of energy you waste in the perceived problems, that brings you tiredness and boredom. See, a man is sitting for years, goes on solving problems, which is brought to him as the personal problems of the people are brought to him as the problems on him. People come to me bringing their problems or trying to bring problem to me, but go on solving. I neither feel bored nor feel tired, because understand, all real problems brings only intelligence and energy. It is the perceived problems that brings boredom and tiredness and suffering. Listen, practice liberated thinking, which is more easy than suffocated thinking. Only for suffocated thinking you need a lot of complicity and complexities inside. For liberated thinking, you just need to be plain. You just need to see the facts. You just need to see the reality. You just need to understand. The cognitive shift, the good news is, the cognitive shift is possible in reality. The bad news is, your perception always shows the cognitive shift is not possible. Very difficult. I tried. I'm trying. Practice liberated thinking. ध्यान से सुनिए. Practice liberated thinking. Practice liberated thinking in every step, in every moment, everyday life. Practice liberated thinking. आज मैं पूर्णत्व का लगातार अभ्यास करने के बारे में बात करूंगा. ध्यान से सुनिए. यदि आप मुक्त सोच का अभ्यास नहीं करेंगे, आपका बोध गलत होगा. जो भी आपको और अधिक जीवित करेगा, वही आपको ब्रह्मांड प्रदान करेगा. यदि आपको पीड़ा ही जीवित रखता है, आपको जीवित रखने के लिए जीवन पीड़ा देते रहेगा. यदि आपको आनंद और चेतना आपको चेतना के उच्चतम स्तर पर रखता है, जीवन आपको आनंद देगा. जब मैं किसी की वास्तविकता का कारण हो, समाधि में हो, जीवन लगातार मुझे वही देता है. प्रतिशोध और क्रोध ही जीवन को युद्ध के रूप में दर्शाता है. कोई भी समस्या तभी बड़ा दिखाई देता है जब आप उसका विरोध करते हैं. हिंसा और कुछ नहीं बल्कि स्वयं और दूसरों के प्रतिविरोध है. अपनी हिंसा के साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए. ध्यान और पूर्णत्व को अपने जीवन की सर्वोच्च स्थिति बनाइए. लगातार मुक्त सोच का अभ्यास कीजिए, तभी आप एक जीवित मनुष्य भी है. ये सीधी सोच को सीखिए और आप मुक्त सोच का अनुभव करेंगे. आपके जीवन का महत्वपूर्ण क्षण तभी है जब गुरु आपकी अपूर्णता, आपकी हिंसा को दिखाते हैं। तब आपको पूर्णत्व करनी चाहिए। आपके हर क्षण में मुक्त सोच का अभ्यास कीजिए। यह कभी ना सोचिए कि यह महान सीख केवल शब्द है। समस्या का विरोध ना कीजिए, बस उसी चेतना के साथ देखिए। यदि आप समस्याओं से प्रेरित है, उसका साथ पूर्णत्व कीजिए और पूर्णत्व और दूसरों की वास्तविकता का कारण बनना आपकी को अपने जीवन का आधार बनाइए। I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching with eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠಂ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಗರ್, ಆಫ್ ಮೈಸೂರ್ ರೋಡ್, ಬಿಡದಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಫೋನ್ 08027279999, www.nityananda.org, www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.